2019 Ford Edge Street First Test. Lowercase street testing the replacement for the Edge Sport. Not what I was hoping to hear about the 2019 Ford Edge Street. I'm not at all opposed to the idea of high-performance SUVs and crossovers. In fact, I enthusiastically voted the Alfa Romeo Stelvio Quadrifoglio winner of just such a comparison test recently and strongly endorsed its entry in Best Driver's Car. When Ford announced the Edge Street, I was excited at the thought of bringing the wild and free spirit of the Focus Street and Fiesta Street to a crossover. That's where things went wrong. Ford set a high bar for the Saint badge. Both the Focus Street and Fiesta Street were also previously invited to Best Driver's Car, where we lauded them for their personality. Each felt light and lively, with a tendency to rotate predictably mid-corner, which made them great fun to toss around a back road. You wanted to drive the wheels off either of them, but you knew you wouldn't because despite their liveliness, they were completely controllable and confidence-inspiring. Out of the box, controllable and confidence-inspiring are the only traits the Edge Street shares with its predecessors, aside from the badge. It has lots of grip courtesy of Pirelli P0 tires and standard all-wheel drive, so much so it's completely buttoned down. It grips and goes, which is fine, except that it has none of that street liveliness. Rather than light and playful, it's heavy and all business. Aha! But wait, you say, there's relaxed, stability control mode. Or, you could just turn it off. Yup, that's true, and it helps. With one of the stability control's hands tied behind its back, it's never entirely off to prevent you from rolling the vehicle. The rear end will rotate a bit in a tight corner. Here again, though, it's very clinical, like it was programmed to allow only a single-digit percentage of fun. Just getting there requires you to drive very carefully to avoid inducing understeer before the fun starts. It's not an excited puppy begging you to play like the Fiesta Street, it's an American Kennel Club purebred waiting to be told what trick to perform. Rather than pull from the established street playbook, then, the Edge Street is much more analogous to the larger Explorer Sport. In creating that model, Ford fitted a bigger motor, included standard sport-tuned all-wheel drive, upgraded the brakes, and tweaked the shock absorbers. Sound familiar? The Edge Street receives Ford's 2.7-liter twin-turbo EcoBoost V6, standard sport-tuned all-wheel drive, big brakes, and stiff shocks. With the stability control on, it even drives like the Explorer Sport, big, a little heavy, lots of grip, and not a lot of personality. Or, the opposite of a Fiesta Street. This all starts to make sense when you remember the Edge Street replaces the Edge Sport in the lineup. That V6 makes 20 more horsepower and 30 more lb-ft of torque now, but you wouldn't know it from the test results. The Edge Street hit 60 miles per hour in 6.1 seconds on 91 octane, just 1/10 of a second quicker than a 2016 Edge Sport running on 87 octane and 4/10 of a second slower than a 2015 Edge Sport drinking premium gas. In the quarter mile, the Edge Street records the same 14.7 second elapsed time as the 2016 Edge Sport, but slightly faster at 93.4 miles per hour versus 92.9. The Saint is still eating the 2015 Edge Sport's dust, with its 14.3 second run at 95.9 miles per hour.